Where is India in the global data center race? Or maybe the sharper question is, was India ever in the race to begin with? For years, when people talked about data center superpowers, the conversation stopped at the US with its hyperscale giants, Singapore with its hyper-efficient hub, Japan's precision tech, Korea's digital muscle, and the UAE's futuristic server bunkers rising out of the desert. India wasn't even on the sidelines. It wasn't part of the script. And then, almost without warning, India's digital heartbeat erupted. Billions of UPI taps, oceans of reels, endless streaming hours, AI tools everywhere, creators multiplying, businesses going fully online. The old digital skeleton simply cracked. It couldn't carry the weight of a country generating more data in one day than it once did in an entire year. And at that moment, India didn't quietly enter the race. It exploded onto the track, sprinting faster than anyone expected, building server cities, power corridors, cooling jungles, and fiber highways that now form the scaffolding of a digital civilization.
Here's the part people forget. All that data, all those tabs, backups, reels, tweets, prompts, they don't float in the air. They need a home, a real physical home. Massive, steel reinforced, sub-zero chill halls where machines breathe for us day and night. These are India's data centers, and they are multiplying at a pace we have never seen before. And the numbers prove it. According to recent report by market research Future, India's data center market stood at $12.5 billion in 2024 and expected to surge towards $35 billion by 2035, growing with a CAGR of 10%. Yes, we added the link in description. You can go and check it out for more data. A decade ago, India wasn't even on the map. Today, it's one of the fastest expanding data center ecosystems on the planet.
To understand the scale, imagine this. What India produced in a full year around 2000s, we now generate in a single day. Nearly 3 billion gigabytes every 24 hours. A digital ocean pouring out of 1.4 billion people. By 2030, the number could cross 10 billion gigabytes per day. It's as if every Indian wakes up each morning and spills a fresh tsunami of data into the world. And AI training just one large model consumes as much electricity as 5,000 Indian homes use in an entire month. One model, enough power for a small town, gone in a single training run.
This is why India's coastal cities, Mumbai and Chennai especially, have become the digital lungs of the country. The world's biggest undersea internet cables land at their shores. Global data traffic flows directly through them. Building data centers there isn't a choice, it's a necessity. That's why Navi Mumbai's skyline no longer looks like a city. It looks like a wall of server fortresses, rising higher every year. India installed data center capacity is around 12,000 megawatts today. Within just a few years, it's expected to nearly triple to 3,500 megawatts. And to make that real, powering these servers is like supplying electricity to an entire Indian state.
And who are the corporates building this new digital spine? They're not small players, they're giants. Tata Communications is stitching together a global cloud and edge computing web. Reliance is tying Jio's massive fiber empire to hyperscale data hubs for its 450 million users. Adani is building integrated data center cities powered by enormous renewable energy plants, part of its USD 100 billion clean energy roadmap. Airtel's Nxtra already operates huge centers and more than 100 edge facilities, aiming far beyond 400 megawatts. Hiranandani's Yotta is rolling out server skyscrapers. CtrlS is building mission-critical bunkers engineered to survive anything. STT GDC India is anchoring hyperscale campuses across major metros. India isn't renting the future anymore, it's constructing it.
And it's not just data centers booming. Whole industries are surging because of them. Cooling companies, HVAC giants, liquid cooling innovators, all exploding in demand. Transformer makers, high voltage grid suppliers, backup power manufacturers stretch to capacity. Construction firms training specialized crews just for server campuses. Renewable energy plants rising simply to power data clusters. Fiber optic networks spreading faster than national highways. Real estate developers converting industrial parks into digital zones. A data center isn't a building, it's an ecosystem, and every part of it is on fire.
This explosion comes with a shadow. Cooling these facilities is like trying to cool a furnace that never turns off. Some hyperscale centers drink millions of liters of water per day. To make that real, the annual water used by one cluster is enough to keep a small town running for several weeks. Electricity demand could exceed 50,000 million units a year, enough to light every home in a mid-sized Indian state. This isn't growth, this is resource warfare.
That's why suddenly you hear companies talking about green energy, recycled water, liquid cooling, and waste heat recovery. Not because they want to save the planet, but because they want to save their budgets. Beyond resources lies geopolitics. Data is no longer just numbers, it's leverage, it's bargaining power, it's a weapon. By building storage and compute infrastructure inside its borders, India strengthens its digital sovereignty, reduces dependence on foreign clouds, and earns a voice in global tech governance. India may have missed the manufacturing revolution, but the intelligence revolution, this one might be ours. Still, the big question floats above all this progress. Can India scale without breaking its water and power systems? Can renewable energy catch up with the hunger of a digital civilization? And as every part of our lives moves online, can India balance privacy, security, and ambition? The country is placing a 50 billion bet on one belief: data is the new gold, and the next digital superpower could rise from here. So the real question isn't whether India is in the race. The real question is India building a digital powerhouse or stepping into an energy-hungry maze with no exit signs yet? This is OneStats Research and Media, and I am Indu Tyagi. If you want the future decoded before it arrives, make sure that you hit like, share, and tell us what you want to see next. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to OneStats for the news that matters.